One shot. Let's begin. Greiki's Demon World translation by Hokame Natsuki. Translated upload by Project Vinland and Melons in My Attic. We read, we react. First time. Let's begin, everybody. I'll come up with an opening tagline at some point. Let's begin. It's been a long since we did some sort of actiony stuff. Okay.
An eccentric wizard lives on the outskirts of town. Oh, those rumors. We took my mother to see him with a one-word spell. He totally fixed her back pain. They say he even fixed a broken bridge with magic the next town over. But even though he was thanked, he didn't seem to be happy about it. What was his name again? Out of season fireflies turning into light bulbs. Seems the rumors of him being a wizard is true, at least. Excuse me, is Master Greykeys the wizard here? I've come to make a request.
Go home.
Huh?
I said, go home. And you can tell the idiots spreading rumors outside to bug off too, schoolgirl. I am not a wizard! I'm a translator! It has been 70 years since humanity first made contact with another realm known as the Demon World. Since then, we've entered an era of superglobalization. People and objects from the Demon World started flowing over like a raging torrent. And since the culture of the Demon World centered around magic, one profession became very necessary under these circumstances.
A demon world translator?
Yes, it's a job translating demon languages to human ones. Since the demon world has their own set of languages, it may be a plain job, but a vital one in this era.
What do you mean by plain, my assistant? Take this lost child away from me immediately.
Look here, look at the customer, but...
People say that you masters are a skilled wizard, even more skilled than people who open their offices in other places.
You know, wizards come in all shapes and sizes these days.
Of course. Magic is the cornerstone of the demon world culture. Since demon world translators often translate technical books related to magic, they end up having the skills of a wizard. However, don't get me wrong, I'm still just a translator.
It usually helps people using magic, though. Recently, he's been getting more requests for that kind of work because of it.
Everyone should just let me do my real job. I don't want to hear about anything but translation work anymore. If that's the case, I believe my request is suitable for your real job. I would like you to translate this for me. It's written in some kind of demon language. Morris, show my guests to the study.
Can you try that with a bit of a nicer smile?
Hmm?
Come with me. Welcome to the office of the Demon World Translator, Greykeys.
This building is bigger on the inside. Well then, shall we hear the details, client? It's Kisaragi. Oh?
This is quite the antique. The vocabulary and grammar are completely different from modern speak. It's in an ancient demon language.
That's a spell book, right?
Likely. Where did you get this?
It belongs to my grandma who passed away recently. She was from the demon world, one of the many who migrated to the human world 70 years ago.
So, now that she's dead, you wish to understand her more.
Yes, sir. They're creepy, those ancient demon world books. Even though we were related, I don't know anything about her culture. My grandma was 566 years old when she died. The 70 years she spent here compromised only a piece of her life. Maybe that's why she couldn't master human language no matter how hard she tried. My father and grandpa were the only who could speak her language. When my grandpa died, she isolated herself from the rest of the world. The only memories I have of her are when she would cook meals for me when I was little. Since it belonged to such a mysterious person, I didn't want to get rid of it until I knew more about them.
Well, there are many cases of dangerous cursed books, but as long as I get to translate it, that's fine by me. I don't often come across ancient demon language texts that are so much disorganized grammar and structure and has such a weird tone, and congrats, you did it. I know he's a bit of a weirdo, but his work is legit.
Okay.
Master, What are you doing? I made a copy. Here's the original back. Master uses homemade cigarettes. They're really talismans and have spells written on them.
Magical. Well, I guess you wouldn't smoke a normal cigarette in a room full of books. Doesn't even smell.
Yes, I was able to understand about 90% of the content here.
Huh? Already?
The contents were fascinating. Translating it wasn't that difficult, nor all that special.
What? What kind of spells are in there?
Don't rush me. I said I was only 90% done. Let's hurry and fill in the other 10%. We'll gather more information at the source, the homeland of the Book of the Demon World. Let's see, but the Demon World is too vast. Look at this sentence. Huh? It translates to divide 66 days by 999. It's an idiomatic expression that means approximately 95 minutes. Although there are major differences between ancient demon language and modern, the cultures of thinking in 66-day units, as we do in the human world, is a unique feature of the Morankis region of the demon world.
We're going to the demon world right now?
No sweats. We'll be back by dinner. Keys connect completely different doors across space. This was the direct cause of superglobalization. However, to prevent misuse, these keys are only given to those with special qualifications. I messed up. That was ladies' room. Could you not make her angry, please? That was close. This way.
Huh? The demon world. Grandma's homeland.
Wow, it's quite lively, isn't it? A festival. Just an ordinary city.
What is this? Demon language? Sorry, what did you say?
She says that the bow in your hair is cute. Master, what are you even doing in the demon world?
I thought translation was a job that only requires you to look up words in a dictionary.
Well, that's certainly part of it, but when it comes to ancient demon languages, there really isn't a dictionary for that.
Even though he's so fluent, I wonder what the remaining 10% is.
Master is well versed in the language of about 400 ethnic groups, but he can't translate everything.
400?
There are some words and trends in the demon world that can't be interpreted unless you know the culture.
It's an on-site expedition, right?
Knowing the language coincides with knowing the people, helping people understand each other. That's what makes translation interesting. Hey, my expedition is done. Let's go home and start on that translation. What? What are all those plant things? How does that help us with the translation? We'll use what we need to use.
Sorry for making you go through the trouble making an exit closer to my house.
Well, it only took one key. I'll contact you once the translation is done. Take care and come back.
Yes, thank you very much. I thought he'd be knowledgeable because he was a wizard, but instead, I had a rather unexpected experience. Translators, huh?
Good evening, miss. I've heard you have a book of ancient magic. That Kisaragi, huh? Is she really gonna get rid of that book? Hey, master! I don't know. She was a bit of a cold person, wasn't she? Even towards her grandma, it was a bit unsettling. As long as I get the job done, I don't really care about the details. Is it really okay for that kid to do whatever she wants with her grandma's belongings? Hey, master! Hey. I already said I don't know. Don't talk to me while I'm working. Hurry up and make dinner. I'm starving. What's that supposed to mean? The kitchen's a complete mess because of all the weird ingredients you brought over. What's that supposed to mean? Ding dong. A customer? At this hour? I'm sorry, but today we're...
Excuse me.
Huh? Ambulance!
I've already been to the hospital. What the hell happened? I was robbed. My grandma's book was stolen. The book? It seems like someone was interested in that ancient spell book. Seems they were after it since my grandma passed away. I was ambushed on the side of my house. I was too careless.
What a disaster. Master! Could you lend me a hand in getting the book back from those guys?
Hmm?
I said, could you lend me a hand in getting the book back from those guys?
I heard you. Only a translator. Let's just call the police. I already went to the police. Well, what do you want me to do about it?
Ah!
Sorry. What happened? The robbers? They used a key to escape to the demon world, so I don't think it'll be easier for the police to respond. I don't know why I should go through all this trouble for one book. It'd be too time consuming as well. Since you have a lot of keys, Master, could you chase after them right away? I've already copied and translated the book. I say let the bandits have it. After all, it's just some creepy old lady's book you intended to throw away. That book is... What? My wounds. Just one thing. You called that book a spell book earlier, even though you can't read ancient demon languages. I found a note inside the book. A mixture of human language and demon language, perhaps. It's a trace of attempted translation.
Huh?
It's my grandma's handwriting.
Are you saying that your grandma was trying to translate that book into a human language?
Maybe since she realized she was in her deathbed. Wonder why. When I found that book, there were so many other notes inside as well. But the Japanese written was messy and crude, I could hardly read it. Within the pile, I found a note I could decipher. My name was written on it. I thought maybe Grandma left the book here for me, that she'd been intending to translate it so I could read it. Considering a language means considering its speaker. When your grandma was in her deathbed, she put in all the effort she could to face you, confronting a language she wasn't very good at. You noticed that too, didn't you?
Why didn't you lie to us and say the book was creepy?
It's true that we had been keeping our distance for these past few years. I guess it's easy to harbor resentment. I'll never understand what my grandma's intentions were. From the notes, I could barely make out anything. Just something that maybe resembled a spell. At any rate, my grandma's book, I can't stand for it to be sold for money. It's for that very reason. Please, lend us your strength. Why are you taking her side? Jeez, I guess. What do they look like? Huh. Whoop. He looks like he's really pissed off. Well, that should be enough. Click. What's that?
A mail fairy. If you write a letter in the fairy language and give the fairy a lead, it'll tell you what key is closest to the person you are looking for.
Let's see. Hey, can you read this? Haha, there's no way I can. It's in an ancient demon language. As long as we could sell it, that doesn't matter. There must be tons of ancient crazy spells in here. I drank too much.
Soon we'll have a lot of money. I'll drink till I hurl and then drink more and more. Whoa! Psh! Master! Breaking the door is not good! No, we can't use it to get back home!
Damn, I was so shocked that I... No, you didn't, Master. That guy had the book. Oh, no, you didn't, Matt. Oh, gosh. My Brooklyn. My Brook... Let's see. Who are those guys? That Brad's the owner of that book. How interesting. Not good. Give us back that book. I was hoping we could get back through amicable negotiations. This sucks.
If you wanted that, you shouldn't have tackled a guy as soon as you saw him.
Where the hell even are we? In one of the lower reaches of the demon world, where the wolf tribe resides. These people are highly greedy and have a big fighting spirit. That's not good. I really need to exercise more.
Master!
Let's see. What are you exhausted for? Keep running.
Shut up! I don't think translators are known for their stamina. They're coming! They're coming!
What is this? Another me?
Now's the time. A door with a lock!
We did it. And once I use my key on this door, we'll be able to get back to this human world. It's all ours.
Huh?
There's no time to turn the key. You first. Huh? But just hurry up.
Master!
If you're a wizard, then I can't afford to play around. Give me back the goods, if you don't want your brains splattered all over. Wait, the book! Master, quit while you're ahead, wizard. Is that book really worth the price of your life?
I'm a translator.
Huh? What's that?
You guys have such a good time selling books, you can't even read to the highest bidder. You wouldn't understand. This is the worst. I'm being... Oh, no, wait. This is the worst. I'm being forced to run, covered in blood, all for some off-duty charity case. But you know what? That kid didn't even cry when you beat her up and bruised her face. But she did cry when she thought of the book her grandma left behind for her. The demon world translates values, the words of his allies. Hey, hanged lady.
Yeah!
Lady's a member of the giant spirit people, who are rare speakers of the ghost language. It's a spirit I contracted with in order to help me document grammar. She usually gives me only partial help.
That hand.
Very good, lady. Beat him down. If you want me to stop, just say so. If you can't do that, then this will be your end. He... hurt. Let's...
Help me!
Heal his injuries, please. That must have hurt, correct? We'll call it a draw. See you. A few days later, here's the full translation.
Yes, thank you.
It's okay. You could read it.
Add a pinch of salt to boiling water, then add the prepared dough, and wait 20 minutes. When it has thoroughly been cooked, add in the greens and season to taste. Wait another 3 minutes. This is
a cookbook. The text is pretty straightforward, but I've added notes on app substitutes for some of the Demon World ingredients. I had to make it to verify. You know, I actually tried to cook the food to see.
Wait, this wasn't a spell book?
If the food requires a spell, it's written at the end of each recipe. If you had to translate it, that means it must have been a pretty old spell.
I hope that it's delicious. Yummy. I just remembered. So she tried to leave a recipe. Thank you so much, Master. I apologize for all the trouble I put you through. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just don't let it happen again.
Is it alright if I come here more often?
Huh?
Grandma's collection had a lot of other books, too. I was wondering if you could teach me demon languages.
I'd rather you just ask me for translations.
I want to be able to translate them myself.
Are you planning on being a translator in the future?
It's definitely an option.
You realize I'm not a language teacher, just a damn translator. Want to try a prototype of Kisaragi's new recipe? Sure. Wait, listen to me.
Aw. That was an oddly sweet story, like very, very oddly sweet. You know, and I was like, I kind of figured since the beginning that like there would be some very big dramatic spell book at the end with like ancient demon, this, that, or the other. I thought it'd be like some nice little memories, this, that, or the other. You know, like, hey, thank you, I love you. But there's something oddly touching about it just being a cookbook. Where it's like, oh, your grandma loved you and wanted to leave you her recipes. She cooked for you and you couldn't communicate through whatever means, but the smiles and also the actual food, and the recipes and the seasonings and this that, and the other made you guys connect even when you didn't realize that you were. And ooh, that was a really good twist or this, that, or the other, you know? So we could go from there. Yeah. And so I enjoyed this concept. I like the idea of the translator. I think this could have potential.
Obviously, as a series, as a one shot, pretty solid too. Um, I like the concept a lot. Like, hey, you're just translating things, but in order to translate, you do need to know the cultural aspect, the cultural nuance of many, many things. And so, yeah, I really, really dug it quite a bit. Um, it was a good time. And I think if you do a series, you could have other demon worlds, other cultures. You could have more spell books. You could have less spell books, and the different types of books you could potentially have is a really, really neat idea. So I'm digging this. The art was solid. I do like this guy's design as a main character too. You know, I was pictured with a little bit more red hair than the blue hair, but that's fine. And green hair, sure. And then silver hair, why not? Um, but no, I really do think there's a lot of potential in this one. Like if I was to like give a recommendation, like almost as an editor, um, what would my recommendation be? Like it has a standing over the panels here. The paneling is more dynamic than a lot of other shows, I mean, a lot of other manga. They're breaking rules quite often here. They're going slanted. There's a lot of variety to each page, and they, you know, take liberty with everything when it comes to the lines and whatnot. Um, when it comes to the art is pretty good. I think it's unique enough that this person has a distinct enough style that I wouldn't easily mistake it for someone else or just a generic anime drawing type deal. Um, I think this I like them too. Like this one, the little demon girl, demon schoolgirl, of course, very very marketable. And then I like her eyes and her personality. It's like okay, great. We go. It's marked. It's unique. She'll stand out. This person adds some sort of comedy to the thing. It's like a trio, just not in the traditional sense that they're a unit. At least not quite. It's like, hey, mentors, then we have this person, then like good and bad cop. Or person who's rough around the edges, but is amicable to other things. So I'm really digging that. Whoa. So yeah, give me back the goods if you don't want your brain splattered. And then like just the art, like this is vibrant, this is a good face, and there's a lot of variety and there's a lot of texture and there's a lot you could potentially do from this from both an animation perspective, but also from a world building perspective. And, you know, it didn't relate as much context, and it wasn't just exposition, exposition. Like, we had this here, great. Establishing the world, one page. Good, solid. You use your time efficiently. Great. Translating, that's his job. Unique concept, I don't see that as often, but translating through a battle manga and him not being evil but just want to do his job. Lovely. Lovely. Okay, and you know, that's cool. And then, you know, you have a variety of humanoid, non-humanoid animals, non-animals that you could use in order to tell this story. So I think this would be pretty ready for publication. I would just need to, of course, there needs to be some sort of overarching storyline or plot line. I just wouldn't be able to think about it at the moment. Maybe there's some sort of translators, you know, competition. Maybe there are people who want to kidnap this guy because he's so good at translating, and because he's so good at translating, he would be willing to do it, almost like a pay for hire. So he could be morally gray if you really wanted to be. Um, or you could just have it be like this strong sense of justice going forward, right? Because he did hint at it too, for this like charity case as he called her, and then hey, you know, she wanted her grandma's memories. None others think about this smile that I like. And the eyes. Does he just draw eyes very differently? I don't know. I guess he gives them all different pupils. Simple dots to like dragon eyes to like more full eyes. Whew. And I guess that's everything, everybody. It's been a while since we read a nice action series, so it's best that we get back to this. I think this is good as a one shot and could be good as a series. I could see this being a Jump Future project. I would just hope there was some overarching plot line that would tie it all together so we could have a good conclusion. And with all that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for being born, y'all. Peace out.